A drug dealer who stabbed a teenager to death because he stole his scooter has been found guilty of murder. Stephen Jones, 24, knifed 17-year-old Brandon Regan 4 times, thrusting the blade so hard into the victim's back that he broke a rib. Mr. Regan managed to flee and climbed over a wall into the back garden of a home on Critchley Road in Speke, Liverpool, where he collapsed. He died alone in a pool of blood, and his body was only found when a woman looked out of her kitchen window the following morning. Jones and his accomplice Lewis Gibbons, who prosecutors said brought a meat cleaver and axe to the scene, were convicted of murder. Their friend Jack Butterworth, who rammed Mr. Regan off the scooter in his Audi, a 4, was cleared of murder, but found guilty of manslaughter. A jury returned the unanimous verdicts after 4 hours and 22 minutes of deliberation. Following a 17-day trial at Liverpool Crown Court, the jury heard how Mr. Regan, a small-time cannabis dealer, hot-wired Jones's bike outside his flat in Millwood Court on January 28, 2018. Despite being warned by friends he could get battered. Prosecutors alleged Jones, plus Butterworth, Gibbons, and Ryan Buckley, 33, chased after him in Butterworth's black Audi at 9:47 p.m. They said Butterworth collided with the 50cc moped in Critchley Road, knocking Brandon off before Jones and Gibbons got out of the car. Jones, of no fixed address, but from Netherley, Liverpool, claimed he found a knife on the ground near the bike and acted in self-defence when Brandon Rugby tackled him in a nearby garden. But Jones did not suffer any injuries, and a witness had heard him shout from the Audi, "I'm going to batter you, I'm going to kill you." Jones stabbed Mr. Regan in the back, his left elbow, right buttock and right thigh, the latter injury cutting a large vein and causing extensive bleeding. He told the jury he was really sorry, but Mr. Regan tried to wrestle him to the ground, and I thought I was going to be severely attacked on the floor. Jones suggested he tried to stab the teen in the legs, as hard as I could because I was scared, and stabbed with everything I could to get him off. But Nigel Power, QC prosecuting, said Brandon Regan did nothing at all, even to suggest that he was armed, and that is because he wasn't armed. Stephen Jones suffered no injury. He was never struck a single blow. He stabbed Brandon Regan with a knife 4 times, in his own evidence as hard as he possibly could, and the final blow in the middle of the back broke the rib. All of that is agreed. Self-defense doesn't even get started. It doesn't get out of the blocks. When police retrieved the scooter from an alleyway the next day, bearing Jones's DNA, they also found an axe and a meat cleaver, bearing DNA matching Gibbons. Prosecutors said neither of these was the murder weapon, but claimed they showed everyone in the car went out with weapons, and Gibbons joined Jones in the alley. Gibbons of Holland Road in Halewood, Merseyside, questioned both this DNA evidence and mobile phone cell site data, said to place him at the murder scene. He offered no explanation for how his DNA found its way onto the 2 weapons, but claimed it must have been innocent secondary transfer. Butterworth of Finsbury Park in Widnes, Cheshire, accepted driving, but said the crash was accidental and he never intended anyone any harm or got out the car. He admitted assisting an offender, going back to the scene to collect a plastic sheet, and perverting the course of justice by ordering a new grille for his Audi using false details. Mr. Power, said Jones, who bought the bike for £300 when it was originally stolen, contacted a friend of Mr. Regan's after the killing and said, "We got your boy." He demanded £300, then rang another pal of the victim, pretending he wanted cannabis and to know where Mr. Regan was, before claiming he's in front of me now squirting up blood. We just caught him trying to get the moped. Buckley of Withington Road Speke was acquitted of murder just 4 days into the trial, after prosecutors offered no further evidence against him. The dad of 2 said he was at home with his girlfriend all evening and the court heard mobile phone cell site data was consistent with his alibi. Jones was jailed for a minimum of 25 years, while Gibbons, who brought a meat cleaver and axe to the scene, was sentenced to a minimum of 21 years. Butterworth, who rammed the teenager off the scooter in his Audi A4 prior to the attack, was jailed for 13 years, having previously admitted assisting an offender and perverting the course of justice.